Welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Fred from Sadgiqacea.
I'm Evan from Sadgiqacea.
I'm Kenny, formerly of Sadgiqacea, formerly of DMT.
From Northeast Philly, we're
From
Tower
Northeast
Records.
With Tower Records at the Roosevelt Boulevard.
We're gonna release it. I'm Jeff Rappaport. All right. So in the news, Orchid are releasing their new album, The Mouse of Madness, on April 26th. Also, Nuclear Blast Records once again. So I know you guys, you're an Orchid fan, right?
Yeah, I definitely think Orchid is a great. As far as the other bands are concerned, I'm not so much a fan, but Orchid I can get behind, and I definitely dig what they're doing. They're a nice hard rocking band. So
I think Orchid's pretty cool. They kind of had like the Sword kind of vibe, like retro, original doom metal or whatever, Sabbathy. We were listening to them on the last Ominous Black tour. Cool band.
Okay.
Are they the album that has the, let me think. I'm lumping them in.
You're gonna ask me what the album cover looks like. I have no
No,
idea.
I mean, who?
it was a goat on one, like an acrylic painting of a goat.
No, I'm getting that mixed up with Candlemass, I think. But if it's anything to the
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Candlemass.
if it's anything like the Sword, which my nephew actually told me about the Sword many years before. Sludge. Would you call it sludge?
Yeah, I would call it sludge.
Okay.
All right.
Sludgy.
When is it coming?
April 26th.
Okay.
I wrote Old School Stoner Doom.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah. I said had very dated feeling, like almost
Absolutely.
like it was
It's
made
got
in the
like that
'70s,
vintage
Yeah.
feel.
right? To me, what happened when I started watching it, I could imagine going to see this band, never knowing what it is, and then they would start playing, and I would start laughing, like, "What the fuck is this?" but then by the end of the night, I'm like, "I love this band." You ever go there and like something just catches you off guard? Like the singing is way dated and over the top, almost.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I started laughing, like, this is awful. But then it goes from awful to great. Do you know what I'm saying?
Actually, speaking of Candlemass, when I first listened to Candlemass, I had a little bit of that vibe. I was like, wow, this is like really over the top vocals. It's a little...
Dressed like a monk.
It's very... No, I didn't always
Big
watch the
giant
video.
fro.
I was just like, the first time I listened to any song by them, I was just... I was surprised, but I was interested, and I kept listening to it, and I still really like it. But yeah,
Me too. I mean, this is my first experience with Orchid. But if you're saying about Candlemass, that's exactly like when I came in. I remember it was like, and I said I'm not a big doom metal fan, but that's like one of the doom metal bands I really love.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like, but it cracked me up when I first saw the guy because the guy is like hideously ugly. He's got like this, and he's got like this giant fro like out to here, and he wears a monk's uniform, right? And he just looks like so ridiculous, but his voice is like so operatic and like strong and amazing and unique.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my god, I said I'm bad with album titles. Was it Ancient something?
see, that's the thing. I was trying to name the album that I listened to first, and I can't think of it off the top.
One was Ancient something, and then there was two that were back to back, and one that had Mirror Mirror on the Wall, and then there was like another one, but they were back to back, and they were like their albums I still reach for. I should know what they were called. But I just go, they're in alphabetical order. I grab Candlemass. But Orchid, I'd be interested to check out more of them.
Is that Nuclear Blast, you said?
Again, Nuclear Blast. I think tonight was sponsored by Nuclear Blast. With no money or no anything.
You guys should all check out Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats.
Absolutely.
You guys haven't heard them yet?
Also on Nuclear Blast?
No.
No, I don't. Not that I know of. But if you like Orchid, I think it's 10 times better than that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Really good
I
band.
don't think I don't think there should be a competition as far as that.
I mean, I
vintage,
just like it more.
that
You know
old
what I
school
mean?
sound.
Like,
Right.
They
I'm gonna like what I
they
like.
put it off well. They have like a little organ going on, and they have like some real solid groove to their
It's
their
ear
songs.
candy.
It's great.
It's funny how all the bands are like with the names. Like Candlemass sounds like a doom metal band. Orchid, maybe not. And what was it? Uncle Acid and the what?
Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats.
Definitely does not sound like a doom metal band.
I think Orchid definitely fits the description of the kind of sound they put out. It's it's more of the if you look at the orchid as a if you're just thinking about it as a flower, that's one thing, but the way that it's constructed is absolutely beautiful. It's unique, and it's got some heavy vibes to the way it looks, and there's a lot of different orchids out there. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to put it out there the way I'm thinking about it, because it's like I only have one idea about it, but it's got a nice it's a nice short name that could bring it could paint different pictures for people. So.
Didn't Opeth have an album called Orchid?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
I'm a really big Opeth fan.
Yeah, are you? I'm not.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a musician thing.
Yeah, I'm too stupid for Opeth because it just gets too complicated for me.
Summer is miles and miles away.
I like the death metal parts, but it's just too much.
Well, then Damnation's the record for you. You don't like the Damnation, or you want the Deliverance? Meaning they have
you're talking about
brutal death metal or Pink Floyd.
I just never really got
Crimson.
into them. It just never was for me. I saw them live at Metal Fest, I get March Metal Meltdown or whatever, and I was actually so bored. I actually left the room and went and saw another band.
It's more of a.
I've seen them 6 times.
You love them?
Yeah.
I love them. I still.
But
love them.
I mean, if you're going there as a if you're going there as
I'm
a
gonna
fan,
know every word.
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
don't care what they're doing. But if you're seeing
they're just
it
talking to me.
as a metal guy, you're expecting them to fucking get crazy with the crowd, but they're not like that.
Right.
It's like Pink Floyd plays heavy metal or something.
I liked Bloodbath way better.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out and he was doing vocals.
Yeah, that's right at my.
Right.
That's more up my alley. It's like.
Yeah, more straightforward.
Yeah, that's
Opeth
what I
is
like.
pretty artsy.
Yeah.
If you want one,
Yeah.
I'm not artsy. I'm
If
stupid.
one Opeth album that culminates to where they are, and you don't really want to go after that, is probably Deliverance, right? Or Blackwater Park.
I think Orchid was alright.
Deliverance was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought.
Deliverance is like the ultimate.
That's probably where they stopped sounding that way.
Does Ned Beatty get raped in that one?
Yeah, twice.
Okay. Just curious. Alright, I guess that's what we have in Orchid though. Anything else on Orchid?
Nah.
I do have something.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a great story. That was a great story.
All
No,
right.
an analogy. The great analogy.
Oh, I don't know. All right, about the orchid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mystic flower. It's got some mysterious qualities to it. I think of when orchid, the word orchid comes to mind. I think of the ghost orchid, which is one of my favorite orchids, and it's got these great curves to it, and it's a very sensual flower. It's a very feminine look to it, but it's also got like a ghostly aura. I don't know.
Did you work as a florist at one time? You seem to know a lot about orchids.
We had the purple orchid 2 strip club up at 5 Points near Rising Sun and Cottman Avenue. You know where that's at?
No.
Do you know where that's at?
Common sounds familiar actually, but
I'm actually fascinated you're so that you know so much about orchids because
I don't know that much about orchids.
You know a lot more than I know, right? Did you know all that?
I'm interested in a lot of a lot of different plants and flowers intrigue me, but mostly because I just like them aesthetically. So I like to draw them and.
There's a dragon flower out there somewhere. Something called a dragon
flower. Is it a dragon orchid?
It might be.
There's a lot of different kinds of orchids out there.
Yeah. There's one called the dragon something. I looked at it and I was like, wow, I can't believe it.
We ate a Venus flytrap and a bit Matt's nipple. That was pretty cool.
Wait,
What?
it ate Matt's nipple?
It bit it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you put a fly on it? How did you do that?
No, we put his nipple inside the...
And just chomp down slowly.
Yeah, we just wanted to see what would happen.
Did it hurt?
Nah, I think it was big enough.
It wasn't strong enough,
Yeah.
right?
It was just fun. It was just good for a view.
They don't have teeth. They have like.
Who would
weird-
win, a clam or a Venus flytrap?
What?
Yeah, that's good.
that's so weird because you think
Don't
about.
clams just spit?
I don't know if clams spit.
They can close down harder, probably though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
have a
what I'm
lot
saying.
more force.
The outside of him is a lot.
The Venus
shell's a lot
flytrap
harder.
doesn't close fast.
Yeah,
It just traps the fly.
Yeah,
and
it just traps.
And brings him brings him to his demise. He knows he's gonna die. Well before that ship closes.
He's already stuck.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a
exploded.
slow death.
Things are bad.
You ever seen a pitcher plant?
Oh,
What?
A pitcher plant?
No.
A pitcher plant is like a nice, long sort of plant. It's like it's got like a tank to it, collects rainwater, and it's got this substance around the walls of the plant itself that brings in different insects. And I think there's a specific spider that likes to hang out in the bottom and wait for all these flies to drop in. That's how he eats all the time. Just lets his food come to
I
him.
like that.
This is how all of nature works within itself.
Nature's fucking metal.
Nature's cool. It is.
Let's stop with the DDT because the DDT
Nature's
is
metal.
We're gonna change. We're gonna change the name of the show.
Beautiful.
Nature rules.
DDT's
Nature rules
killing
TV.
the pollen,
Nature
pollen's
rules.
killing the bees. you
Probably get a
know.
lot more viewers. We did nature rules. Maybe we'll just
Pollen
trick
kills the
people
bees.
in.
No, the DDT that they're spraying on these plants are killing the pollen, which is also
Killing the bees.
killing the bees
Okay,
because
yeah.
there's no pollen for the bees.
I knew there was some sort of
There's no honey.
honeybee.
And then Axl Rose can't
There
sing.
was a population control happening with the honeybees.
I like these.
Yeah, I know. I
Mexican
Ooh,
killer
It's
bees,
not-
Asteroids can't
letting
sing,
the,
they came out of nowhere. What was
worker
that?
bees, bumblebees, queen bees.
By the way, right before you guys got here, I was taking some stuff out the back door, and there was one of those giant bumblebees came at me. You know those big fat dookie ones?
They look like
Are you sure?
flying
Are you
with
sure
stripes.
it's a bulbie or a carpenter?
I don't know. It was like that.
Shiny?
Was
Big.
it fuzzy?
It was like big and fat. And,
Shiny though.
Was it shiny or
No, it was
fuzzy?
furry.
Yeah, that was a.
All I know is I punt kicked it, like because I saw it coming. I was like, ah! And I'm like this thing. I could hear it on my foot. It went. Didn't come
hard
back.
to do.
Yeah, I didn't think I was able. It was just caught me off guard, and I was able to do it. Maybe I caught him off guard too.
I think.
So I think that's what we have an orchid, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a lot out of that one.